In Handicapper's Corner, we're going to talk about the Hambletonian for 2008, and it's going to be exciting. We have a horse undefeated coming into the race, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. As you might recall, we had an undefeated horse coming into the Meadowlands Pace a couple weeks ago, and I did pick the $25 upset winner of that race. But this race is a lot different. In this race, the horse that they have to beat has the rail, he has a lot of speed. Now, when I handicap the Hambletonian normally, I try to pick horses that I think are just coming into their own or are ready to peak for the Hambletonian. It's kind of like handicapping the Kentucky Derby in a way. A lot of times the favorite in the Hambletonian actually disappoints because a horse who hasn't peaked yet steps up, runs a big race that day. Another thing I usually look for in a Hambletonian is I try to pick horses that are going to be coming from off the pace. It seems to me that the Hambletonian is more often won by a closer. But this year I'm breaking all my rules because I'm going for a horse I think is going to be leading all the way, and I'm picking the favorite. Now let's talk about what I was talking about before, horses peaking at the right time for the Hambletonian. We have a horse in this race, Crazed, who is going to be one of the favorites. Drew Post 2. Crazed has only raced 5 times this year and has won 4. So this is a lightly raced colt, a good trotting barn, and Crazed is a horse that looks like might be able to take another forward step in the Hambletonian and could go a big race. The other main competition to Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, number 8, Clerk Magistrate. This is a very good trotter. Has a lot of class, but he's raced 11 times this year, and I wonder if he's really going to go much faster than he's already gone. With 11 starts, we may have seen his best, but he has a lot of class and probably going to try to leave the gate. If he can get into the race somehow, he is a threat. Now let's talk about the favorite, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe for a while. This horse has only raced 4 times this year. Now, a lot of times you'll see a 2-year-old who's a sensational 2-year-old, and then they just flop as a 3-year-old. There's been many of them over the years. The reason why that happens, in my opinion, is because they're very precocious. And consequently, they're physically more mature than the other horses as 2-year-olds, but when they get to 3-year-old season, they haven't changed that much. Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe does not fall into that category. There is no question that he's bigger, stronger, faster, and smarter this year than he was as a 2-year-old. In fact, Ray Schnicker even said that he went to an open bridle from a closed bridle because the horse is more relaxed. Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe looks like he's ready for the race of his life. Schnicker's a very good horseman. So the 2 horses that look like they're peaking at the right time are the 1 and the 2. Now, as far as the way the race shapes up, Crazed is in a spot where he may have to go first over. The horse that I think is going to leave fast is the 5, Pine After Pine. If you look at the individual fractions, he can leave in 27-2. So the first quarter is really going to be interesting to see if Schnicker lets Pine After Pine clear the lead, or if he tries to park him and just cut the mile. If he lets him clear the lead, he's probably going to be on the move right away to try to retake, because I don't think Schnicker is going to want to sit in when you have a horse like Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe and you have the rail. Last year, you might remember that Tetrick pulled first over when he was driving Pampered Princess. The favorite, Donald Hanover, was leading, and he pulled first over and did all the work, and Pampered Princess tired. And Tetrick got some criticism for that, but I don't see what else he could have done. You're in the Hambletonian, and you have to drive to win it. You don't want to drive to finish 3rd. So he took his shot and didn't work out. He may have to do the same thing here because he has post 2. There's a very good chance Crazed is going to be the one to apply pressure first over. You know, when you look at the individual fractions, which is what I like to do, the reason why I picked against the big favorite in the Meadowlands Pace is because of the individual fractions of the race, which I thought would be very, very fast, and also the individual fractions that the favorite had gone in previous races. In this race, the horse that's gone the biggest fractions is Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. He made a big power brush to the lead last week, 26 and 3 second quarter, tacked on a 28 and flat 3rd quarter for 54 and 3 middle half. Most of these trotters just can't go that fast. In fact, I don't think any of them can go that fast. That's wicked, 54 and 3. So Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe has a big motor, and from the rail, I think Schnicker is really going to drive aggressively. Years ago, I nicknamed Schnicker Stingray Schnicker. This is going back 25 years ago, because when he had the rail at Yonkers and Roosevelt, he'd lead very strongly, and anyone who left against him would get parked or stung. So I just put this moniker on him of Stingray Schnicker, and when he has the rail, he goes down the road, and he has the rail in the Hambletonian, he has the best horse, and I'm picking Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe to wire the field on Saturday. Thanks for joining the Handicapper's Corner. This is Bob Pandolfo. Pandy, on behalf of the USTA, enjoy the race.